Hey everybody, Naniyama here, and I'm back with doing voiceovers. I apologize for the late videos and lack of voiceovers that I've had recently. I just have had a difficult time making videos and having the time to make voiceovers, and there's other people in the house. So I promise from now on I will be back on schedule and you can expect a video from me every Saturday. Another reason they've been late is just because I've been having trouble coming up with ideas for drawing, and it's been rather difficult for me to just figure out how to draw even basic things. I am doing a daily draw challenge where you draw something every day for the entire year, and I really hope that's going to improve my ability to just come up with things to draw either all of a sudden or even just in the long run. And yeah, the specific inspiration for this drawing and how I actually came up with it and ended up really liking it was that I'd asked one of my friends basically just what I should draw, and he just told me to draw a dog, a Corgi, because Corgis are absolutely adorable, and I'm like, well, I like Corgis, and Corgis are cute, so that's what I'm gonna do. And because I just didn't want to draw a plain Corgi, because I just feel like that's not enough of a video, I decided to draw a cute little almost pinup girl behind him or holding him, and I thought that made for an interesting composition. And honestly, I'm extremely happy with how the girl came out, because I just haven't been feeling like my drawings have been up to my standard recently. Like, they haven't met what I think I can do based on my skill of art. I know I can do better than what I have been doing, and I feel like this is finally me getting back to what I know I can do, and just feeling honestly happy about doing art and enjoying what I'm doing. Yeah, it's honestly making me a lot happier, especially, and I feel like I'm going to be more excited for next week's videos because I will have inspiration, I'll be doing something, I'll be finding something to draw that I really enjoy, and I kind of have lost that. I have been trying to figure out what to draw based on what's popular, and I haven't been drawing for me, and that just is not what I wanted to do. And I'm even just taking requests from people, and because I can't figure out what to do, has kind of bummed me out. So, yeah. Now that that's out of the way, I want to talk a little bit more about the drawing. I got really lazy with this shirt and decided just to use the little pen tool because there were a lot of wavy lines and the drawing was already very long line heavy. So I just decided to be a little lazy about it, which I think everyone's allowed to do now and again. So, yeah, the Corgi is my absolute favorite part in this drawing. There's a lot about it I like, but the Corgi is my absolute favorite. I'm not particularly keen on the coloring I do later on, but the way I drew him I think is absolutely adorable. And I like how I really accentuated his ears so they look a lot bigger than they would in real life, but I feel like that's where my artistic freedom kind of kicks in. And yeah, the coloring is also something that I like because it really goes back to how I used to color and used to really enjoy coloring. I know it's very simplistic and I could definitely do a lot better, but baby steps, right? I need to start creating more original art and figuring out things I want to draw on a regular basis before I can hone my abilities about anything, which honestly I don't think is going to be too hard, because once one thing starts going, the ball starts rolling. Yeah. So I always have trouble figuring out colors for shading. I've tried reading up on it, and I really need to do a lot more practice because I tend to rely on the multiply tool rather than trying to figure out undertones and what colors the skin would actually reflect and everything. But overall, I'm pretty satisfied with this. Specifically for the colors, I tried to use a palette, which I am very bad at using, but I feel like they just make a picture look better altogether. And honestly, I really like how the colors worked. She honestly looks like a goldfish, or exactly what the name of the palette was, and that makes me really happy, and that makes me really enjoy the picture. It almost makes the dog feel out of place though, because she's all fishy and he's a dog, obviously. So still, I think they go well together. And this was actually pretty good practice for having two characters interacting. That's not something I do very often, but I would love to get better at. I feel like my art is just a bit too plain with everything. It feels like I'm drawing the same thing over and over again, but I swear I'm really trying to improve that. But yeah. And for the dogs, I used the blur tool to shade him, but I turned it so that the design of the blur tool was noise, so that it looked a little bit more like he had fur. And I think that actually worked pretty well, because I was a little worried halfway through that he wasn't gonna look a lot like a dog and he'd more like a very smooth Pokemon or something. So I'm really glad that worked out. This is also the first time in a while that I've drawn nails on a character, and I know that sounds weird, but because of my roots in anime, I don't tend to draw nails, and that's a habit I really need to get out of. And for this drawing, I really did want to do a background or something so that she wasn't just floating in subspace. So I tried to do a brick wall with some trees behind, and the brick wall turned out pretty okay on its own, but when I tried to add a bigger background in the actual background, it just kind of looked a bit too blurred, and I didn't know how to shade it to make it look like it was more real. I mean, I still like how it turned out because the intention was for it to look blurry, and I think that still came across. So yeah. That's about all I have to say for this video. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!